This video chart presentation is Sync. It's a NASDAQ listed stock trading on ticker SYNC. I picked this chart today as it continues to trend off the bottom. Pretty nice month so far in November. Lows of 225 to end October, but has come right out this month and steadily climbed, including gapping past the 50-day moving average. And then outside of one close right here earlier on this month, held above that 50-day. But I think it's important to note this stock faces a pretty heavy resistance area right around $2.80. And that's going to be a key point for me going forward. But I want to take a run through the indicators and see if this chart has the strength to punch through that resistance point and then more than likely go up and challenge this 200-day moving average. It's a real nice look to the MACD. Note as the stock was bottoming, the MACD was actually rising back towards zero. That move accelerated and recently broke back above zero, signaling that the trend has gone bullish. And at this point, I'd certainly like to see it hold over top of zero and even see this orange line, the 12 EMA, start to move upward a little bit sharper to show the trend is strengthening and increase the likelihood it's going to break that resistance point. You can see from the ADX there's not a lot of strength to the direction. It is trending up slightly, but still down very low, only at 17. The ADX has a bullish look with this positive DI moving upward and the negative DI, this red line, moving down. But I want to see this ADX start to move through 20 and get more up near 30 to add strength to the direction of the chart. Money flow index, all three components trying to hold over top of 50. Again, that's a bullish indication, but they are pretty close. You can see the 14 is at 50 right now. 21 is at 53. I'd like to see those components up a little bit higher, again for the simple reason of showing a stronger chart. Accumulation distribution doesn't get much more flat than this. See, for several months, caught in a pretty tight range. Buying and selling is about equal. Chaikin money flow is in the green, which indicates that over 20 period increments, buying pressure has outweighed selling pressure. But again, pretty range bound. Buying and selling continues to go back and forth. CCI at 98.7. A break of 100 is a technical buy signal for that indicator. Full stow up near 80. That tells me that there is bullish momentum in the chart. And the tricks, again, over top of zero, indicating a bullish trend for the chart. It's a real nice climb to relative strength index, showing that bullish momentum has taken hold. And we always want to see all three components, especially the red and gold lines, 14 and 21 RSIs, holding over top of 50 to show that the bulls are still in control. Now indeed there's a bottom support down here around 225. That's way too far away for me from Tuesday's closing price. I'd look more up in this area, right around $2.60 for the support level that I'd want to see hold. One, it keeps it over top of the 50-day moving average, which is always important for a chart. That'll also maintain the upper half of the Bollinger Bands, which is a bullish sign. And importantly, it keeps a pretty tight stop loss should this chart turn south and lose the momentum it's been building. So that would be a key level of support for me. As I mentioned to open the video, you can see right through this area of $2.80, peaks back here at 284, 285. But going back earlier on in the year, you can see 280 was an area of support. Even bounced pretty close off of that level in June. And I think that's the key point for this chart to really try and go bullish. The indicators are certainly showing that the chart has gone bullish with regards to momentum and trend. But there's some other signs that can be picked up to say that it's not an incredibly strong trend that's happened off this bottom. In order for this to move into a really bullish position, it's going to need to break that resistance point. Now beyond that, the 200-day moving average always serves as a dynamic source of resistance, so I'd expect that to come into play. But from a static resistance standpoint, there's not a lot in sight until this chart's coming up around $3.30 and looking to fill this open gap that was left in August. So that's a pretty substantial upside from Thursday's close, and I don't expect something like that to happen in a day. You can see it's been a whole month so far to come off this bottom. I'm just looking for slow and steady progress to continue to make up some of the ground it's lost from these highs that were hit during the summer. Volume picked up a little bit on Tuesday. See about 380,000 shares traded. That's probably just slightly over 3-month average, and that's a good sign to see buying pressure coming in near a resistance point, and I'll look for that to stay strong to try and blow through that level and really kick the momentum into gear to have the chart have a lot of steam behind it to try and take a run at that 200-day. Interesting chart though, nice little climb off the bottom, and one that could be looking to make a slow and steady overall reversal, so it's worth keeping an eye on going forward to see how it performs. As always, merely my interpretation of the SYNC chart. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.